Hello everyone, I'm going to do something a bit different for this particular video. I'm going to do a deck profile, since I am very proud of the fact that I've made a new deck as of yesterday for the Digimon Card Game, and this is probably the best one because all the cards pretty much complement each other. And of course, as soon as I show you the cards, I'll well, the very first card, you'll see what kind of deck it is straight away. But first of all, I got this pretty nifty deck holder box. It's very nice. Even has a magnetic lid thing, so when it drops down, it will just hold it in place, which is quite good. And it's got a couple of deck dividers as well. I only need to use the one, since of course the deck divider just provides just a separation from my main deck from my Digi-Egg deck. And as soon as you see this, you know what deck this particular deck I've just built. Yep, it's D-Reaper. It's just because I wanted to, and Tamers is my favourite season, and I do respect the whole D-Reaper thing being as a villain. Well, of course, it doesn't see itself as a villain. It's pretty much, sees, oh no, the world has gone beyond its evolutionary boundaries. We need to delete it. That's that kind of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. The whole shit with the D-Reaper. But yeah, but it was a very unique deck when it was in a series of cards when it was introduced into Digital Hazard. And of course, since then there hasn't been any new D-Reaper cards. That's not to say that there may not be in the future, but for the time being, it works. Don't fix what isn't broken. And in fact, because of old Mother D-Reaper here, this card very likely inspired Yggdrasil from... Sorry, I hadn't planned on doing this. I didn't know my voice was going to go like that. Sorry. But yeah, this was very likely the inspiration for Yggdrasil, or how that card worked, basically, in the Versus Royal Knight set that came out recently. Yeah, Yggdrasil is another Digi-Egg card, which basically has a similar effect to this, where it's just there acting as a sponge. You can see this, actually all the artwork for the D-Reaper cards are ripped straight from the Digimon Tamers anime itself. As you can see there, sorry about the glare, that's from the light from my camera. And in fact, let me just move my finger over so you'll be able to read everything what it says there. But yes, this is essentially the Digi-Egg for the deck. Although I don't really think you need to run 4 of these. But yeah, because basically, once one's on the field, that's basically it. Since, I'll explain. All turns. This Digimon, yeah, they're all called Digimon regardless of being, the D-Reaper. So, yeah. Actually, even says Digi-Egg right there, I've just noticed on the card. But yeah, each D-Reaper agent, as they're recorded in the anime, each ADR, is just referred to as the Digimon, just for the purposes of the card game. Anyway, all turns, this Digimon can't attack and isn't affected by your opponent's effects. So basically, once this is out there on the playing field, that's it. Then you just only need to really have the one, and it's just there permanently. It can't be deleted, since DP reduction won't do anything to it because it's immune to all effects, and it can't be attacked. The only drawback is that it can't attack either. I think it says here, yeah, main once per turn. Oh no, it's oh, actually no, it's see me. I just mentioned they can't attack. It's on the all turns thing. Sorry, I have to pay attention, or more attention to these things. But yeah, so yeah, this can't attack. But it can't be attacked and such. So it's kind of an extension of the raising area to an extent. But yeah, anyway. Main, once per turn. If you don't have another Mother D-Reaper in play, Place all of your ADR02 searchers, or just searchers, from play or from your hand under this Digimon and as its bottom Digivolution card. So yeah, this is essentially what it is. It's basically a sponge. It just absorbs the searcher, or every search you have. I mean, not all at once, no. But I mean, but yeah, use it to absorb the searches and place them underneath as its evolutionary sources. But that will definitely come in handy because, yeah, your turn, once per turn, when you would play a card with D-Reaper in its traits from your hand, you may reduce its play cost by 1 for each of this Digimon's Digivolution cards. So yeah, so for each searcher that's underneath other D-Reaper here, the play cost of other D-Reaper cards gets reduced, though you can only use this effect once per turn. Meaning you can play more than one D-Reaper card, but you can't keep reducing the cost. You can only do it one time per turn. In order to play another D-Reaper card, you have to pay the full cost of playing it. Yeah, there you are. I was just going to say, yeah, the only reason why it was given 15,000 DP, despite the fact it can't attack and it can't have its attack reduced, they just simply needed to do this in order for it to be bring out onto the field, since normal Digi-Egg cards can't be played on their own. They have to have Digivolution Digimon cards on top of it as part of its Digivolutionary line before being sent out. And if a Digi-Egg does wind up being in the playing field on its own, it immediately gets deleted because there's no way for it to attack or defend itself. But this one does, but it's pretty much out of the way. So that's why I say, I mean, you can have 4, and you probably can have just another one in the raising area just in case, but really, you probably don't really need to have 4 Mother D-Reapers in your deck, since once one gets out on the field, that's it. It's just right there. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's my Xenomon Spirit Evolutionary sleeves I'm using for the Digi-Egg deck. But yeah, but then once this is out there on the playing field, that's it. It's just to one side. It's not harming anyone. It's not doing anything apart from absorbing searches. And then, of course, you can remove the searches for a card I will mention in just a moment. So hold on, let me just plop this back. I'll just show you the backing I'm using for the main deck here, which is I also got the playmat of this. Just shortly after Christmas, you get the basically it's the Dark Masters and Diaboromon against. I assumed it was the Royal Knights, but I just saw War Greymon there. So we get War Greymon, Metal Garurumon, Old Force Veedramon, Shine Greymon. Even that's Shine Greymon, isn't it? Yeah. And Gallantmon. That's actually that may have been it. So yeah, it's kind of the Dark Masters and Diaboromon against several of the main Digimon from the across the series. Like you do. Yeah, I'm just trying to just find each of these. I'm just trying to find each of these cards. I'll then shuffle them back. Since we got many, well, not many, but there's different ones. But I do remember how many I'm playing in each of these for each of these cards. Okay, so I'm just going to have to take just a few cards out. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going mad. I'm just just trying to sort these out to the best of my ability. I want to try and get them all in order. I've just done Mother D-Reaper, and I just want to do the others pretty much in order if I can. So right, hold on. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm still missing 2. Dear me. Sorry, I know I should have thought about it before started filming. I do apologise. I'm just need to find. That's it, and one more. Hang on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I just need to find 8. 8, 8, 8, 8. Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought I had it, but perhaps not. Okay then. And I'll just do them in the reverse. Okay. So, in numerical order, I'm running 4 ADR01 Jerry. So, of course, this is the evil Jerry, not the tamer Jerry that you can also get from Digital Hazard. Play cost of 5, 5000 DP. And on main, you may suspend this Digimon to reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Place 1 ADR02 Searcher among them under one of your Mother D Reaper as its bottom Digivolution card. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of the deck in any order. So yeah, this basically just is a obviously it's a bit of a searcher. Well, it kind of is. It's a searcher for searchers basically, but it has to be suspended. So it kind of carries over a bit of a green Digimon vibe because it gets its effect through suspension. But of course, you can't attack with it. Is the only drawback if it's suspended. Otherwise, you just keep it in attack position and then go for security if you want or whatever. Yeah, I'm running 4 of these. But yeah, basically acting as a searcher, and it also helps with the absorption of adding more searchers into Mother D Reaper. So essentially, yeah, this is a very useful card to have. So that's why I am running 4 of these. Now then, this is the key component for this deck, ADR02 Searcher. And a play cost of 3 for 1000, and it's got 1000 DP. Now then, you can include up to 50 carpets. You can include up to 50 copies of cards with this card's card number in your deck. When you play this card from your hand, reduce its play cost by 2 if you don't have another ADR02 Searcher in play. Your turn, this Digimon can't attack players. On play, draw 1 card from your deck. And it has an inheritable effect. Your turn, all of your Digimon with D Reaper in their traits gets plus 1000 DP. Now then, despite what this card says, I have to stress, do not, I repeat, do not fill a D Reaper deck with just searchers alone. Even though it says it can go up to 50, that is absolutely stupid because you can't win the game if you do this. Because if you just fill it up, if you just fill your deck up with searchers, it's not going to be any good. Because it says right there it can't attack players. So yeah, I think this means that the card can attack security, which it probably means it'll get deleted anyway, but it doesn't matter. If you've got a deck full of searchers, it doesn't matter. You can just like rookie rush it if you really wanted. But yeah, you can get rid of security. You can attack other Digimon, though that wouldn't do much good because it only has 1000 DP and would just likely get deleted anyway, unless you want more searchers in the trash, and that was the whole idea. So that's fine. However, it can't attack players. That means it can't attack directly. And you need to attack the player directly at least once to win the game, once all of the security is gone. So this means that if you put a load of searchers in your deck along with Mother D Reaper, it's just absolutely useless because Mother D Reaper can't attack either. You need to have... Yeah, so yeah, don't do that. Don't fill an entire deck of searchers and then have just 4 Mother D Reapers. It's not going to work. Because you can't win the game. Mother D Reaper can't attack, and this thing can't attack players directly. It's basically all it's there for is just to for a bit of drawing power, so you can draw more cards and then be absorbed into Mother D Reaper. But it's also got another use, which we'll get into a bit later. But yeah, please don't fill it up with 50. Even though it says you can have up to 50 copies, don't do that. No, don't do that. I would say around the 20 mark should be about fair. Yeah, maybe 20. 22, maybe 24, perhaps on a stretch, but that might be a bit overkill. But yeah, I'd say 20 is a very comfortable number, which is why I'm only running 20. Yes, I'm running 20 searches. And yeah, but then, like I said, you can have more than 4 copies, which it says on the card anyway, up to 50, but that's a ridiculous number. I said 20 is just the right number for this sort of thing. But yes, but this is as I said, it can be used for as a draw engine, and of course it's needed for the whole Mother D Reaper strategy. Well, that's the whole basis of this deck. That's the key strategy right there, is to get your searchers into Mother D Reaper and then send them, or have them sent to the trash because of another card, which we'll get on to in a bit. Now then, next up is ADR03 Pendulum Feet, of which I am running 4 of. So there you are. Play cost of 3000 DP. And on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with D Reaper in its traits and 1 ADR02 search on them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So, again, fairly decent attack, and like the Jerry card, it's acting as a searcher. Though it searches as soon as you, it's on play. So as soon as you play it, it acts as a searcher. It doesn't need to be suspended like Jerry. But Jerry, you can search 5 cards. I'm just looking at there. The top 5 cards. With this one, it's only the top 3. But still, nice to have. And also, it's got 3,000. It's got like a fairly good amount of DP if you wanted to use it to attack security. And even if it gets deleted, it's no major loss. But yeah, so I'll be running 4 of those. And another one I'll be running 4 of is ADR04 Bubbles. And this one is the first D Reaper card that has a security effect. It's just right there. Right, on security. So if this is in the security and it's revealed, you may place one of your ADR02 searchers from in play or from your hand under one of your mother's D Reapers. You may place one of your ADR02 searchers from in play or from your hand under one of your Mother D Reapers as its bottom Digivolutionary cards. So basically, if this gets like popped in security and whatever, you can just add another searcher. If you've got it in your hand or out on the field, you can just place it under Mother straight away. On play, you may place one of your ADR02 searchers from in play or from your hand under one of your Mother D Reapers as its bond Digivolution card. Oh, see, so it's the same effect. If you play it straight from your hand or if it's in security, it does the same thing. So again, it favours this strategy of putting searchers into Mother D Reaper's evolutionary source to reduce the play cost of other D Reaper cards, and again because of something else. No, I think this is one I'm running 3. Yes, I'm running 3 of ADR05 Creep Hands. This is a play cost of... anyway, it's a play cost of 3000 DP for Bubbles. This has a Creep Hands has a play cost of 5 and 6000 DP. And on your opponent's turn, when you have a Mother D Reaper in play, this Digimon gains blocker. So when an opponent's Digimon attacks, you may suspend this Digimon to force the opponent to attack it instead. So yeah, there you go. You can probably, if you make some adjustments, you can probably, if you prefer, you can have up to 4 Creep Hands if you're really worried about needing blockers. So if you wanted an extra blocker, you could have this. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, if you, as the expression goes, if you play your cards right, then you shouldn't need to worry about that, as you need certain cards, of course, in this deck in the trash, and of course is the searchers. But we'll get to that in a moment. Next, I'm only running 2 of this, ADR02 Horn Striker. Which has about the same play cost as its DP. Play cost 7 and has 7000 DP. And on your turn, while you have a Mother D Reaper in play, this Digimon gains Rush. So yeah, it's basically can just be used as an attacker. So if you wanted to go for security, you can do that. It's got like a fairly decent amount of DP. Probably obviously would still be deleted if it's against a very strong Digimon if it's in security, because you don't know until you know attack. But yeah, and of course having the rush ability means you don't have to worry about gaining summoning gaining summoning sickness. You can just use it to attack. Another one which I'm only running 2 of is ADR02 Palatus Head, or Palatus Head, maybe you call it. I think it's Palatus Head. It's that creepy one that goes Destiny, 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 Destiny over and over again. Yeah, in poor Jerry's voice. Yeah, play cost of 6, 3000 DP, and on main, if you have a Mother D Reaper in play, you may suspend this Digimon to delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP. So yeah, you can tell why you don't really need to run. If anything, actually, you can probably just get away with running one of this, and maybe the slot can be filled in by to have another creep hands. If you want to have another blocker or something, then you can just get away with maybe just running one of these, since it's only got 3000 DP, so it's not really going to delete very much. It can only delete Digimon who's got like 1000, 2000 or 3000 DP, and it needs to be suspended to do that. So it's fine, I guess, of course, if you want to stop a rookie attack, or at least the attack of one rookie Digimon, but other than that, yeah, this doesn't really do all that much would be seen as useful. So that's why I'm only running 2 of this, just to be fair. This one I'm running 3 of is ADR08 Optimizer. They think with those hands, you'd think this would be the creep hands, but it isn't. I know, it's weird. This has a play cost of 10, and it's got 9000 DP. On play, when attacking once per turn, if one of your Mother D Reaper has 5 or more Digivolutionary cards, no, 5 searches in its source, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 card with D Reaper in its traits, and a play cost of 10 or less among them without paying its memory cost. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So basically, this just has a way of playing other copies of itself without you paying the memory cost. Since this is the only card, the only D Reaper card that has a play cost of 10 exactly. All the others have had lower play costs. So this is just a way of getting another copy of itself out. So there you go. And of course, or maybe instead of having like 2 Palatus heads, you might have like room for 4 optimizers if that's what you prefer. Since this is also another pretty decent attacker with 9000, and of course it's the effect only activates when you're attacking with it. So if anything else happens with this, then you've got another attacker ready. So yeah, that's again a pretty nifty effect there. And next up, I'll be running 4 of this ADR09 Gatekeeper. You can probably tell there, of course, it's mostly for security, which is used for. It's got a play cost of 11, and it has 10,000 DP. On security, so if it's on security and if it's face up, play this card without battling and without paying its memory cost. So it just goes straight onto the field, regardless. On play, so if you play it straight away, of course, if you have a Mother D Reaper in play, recovery +1. So you can recover. If you've lost security and you need to get one back, you can by playing this card. Opponent's turn. When you have a Mother D Reaper with 6 or more Digivolution cards in play, all of your opponent's Digimon gain security attack -1. This your opponent's Digimon gain 1 fewer security checks. So yeah, that's actually another reason why you need to put your evolutionary sources into Mother, because not only does it reduce the play cost, but if you play Gatekeeper, it also prevents your Digimon from attacking security. Well, at least like not right away. They'll have to keep track of how many security attacks they're allowed to do. Like say this, with this, you can it reduces it by 1. But then if a Digimon gets security attack +1, they can still check for 1 regular security check, but not for 2, like they usually would, because obviously one of these attacks is negated thanks to Gatekeeper. So that's why it's and it's also a very good effect to recover security for yourself if you need it. So that's why it's a good idea to run 4 of these. Now then, this is the other card that makes full use of the searches, and of course it's Reaper. Yeah, just Reaper. Although you've got obviously you had Gallantmon in the so you had Gallantmon in the Mother D Reaper card, and here you have Mega Gargamon. I think you have Justimon, and yeah, it's Justimon. Then I think is that Sakuyamon? Yeah. So it's a nice little parallel there, because you got Gallantmon in the other one, and with this one you got the other Megas from the show. So you just got to really look closely for them. And again, sorry about my light shining on this, it's unavoidable. Especially since this is a rare card and therefore it's shining itself like Mother D Reaper. Right, so this has a play cost of 20 with 15,000 DP. When you would play this Digimon, you may trash 7 or more Digivolution cards on the bottom of one of your Mother D Reapers, to reduce this Digimon's play cost to 0. This Digimon has Rush. This Digimon can attack the turn it comes into play, like the Horn Striker. And when attacking, you may place 2 ADR02 searches from your trash under this Digimon in any order as its Digivolution cards to unsuspend this Digimon. This is the key attacker in your deck, and that's why I'm running 4 of these. But yeah, so this is the reason why it's also, if not in Mother, then it's a good idea to have the searches in the trash. Because when you play this card, you can use those searches in the trash to unsuspend it after it's made an attack. Like, put 2 searches underneath it, restand it, then it can go for an attack, put another couple of searches underneath, restand it, and goes for an attack, put another couple of searches, restand, and it just keeps attacking, and it gets stronger, because don't forget, Searcher has the inheritable effect of giving a D Reaper card 1,000 DP, or 1,000 extra DP. So on top of that, so you've got 2 of these like underneath this, then from 15,000 DP it'll go to 17,000 DP. And I did the math. If you had all 20, I doubt that will actually happen, but if you had all 20 of your searchers underneath Reaper, then it will go up to 35,000 DP. That is absolutely unheard of. At least in Digimon, it's just completely unheard of that you get like 15,000 DP for a single attacker like this. It's 35,000 DP. Of course, you don't really need the 35,000 DP. I'm just saying I did the math. Yeah. That's, of course, the reason why you need the searches in the trash, so that you can keep restanding this. But, of course, it's just important to have them in Mother D Reaper to reduce the play cost, since it says so itself. It needs at least 7. Yeah, it needs 7 evolutionary cards in Mother D Reaper. So you take those sources away from Mother D Reaper, send them to the trash, and then you can bring this out for 0 cost. Because otherwise, in order to play this card, your memory in the memory gauge has to go all the way to your end, and then once you played it, you have to put the memory all the way to the 10 position on your opponent's side in order to play. Actually, it'll be the 9, won't it? Yeah, it'll actually be because you've got the 0 in the middle, won't you? So you've got 9. So anyway, it's 9 or 10, but still nearly all the way to the other side of your opponent in order to play this card. So having the evolutionary sources in Mother D Reaper is, again, not just a good idea to reduce the play cost of other. Well, actually, it's basically the same thing. It's reducing the play cost, but for this, the strongest card that you can use, your main attacker, bringing it to 0 is, that is a very a very daunting thing. And that's why this deck is so powerful, because you can easily put many different searches into Mother's evolutionary source, and sometimes you might have like the wherewithal to put maybe 2 or 3 more perhaps into the evolution source. So you would have enough to reduce quite a deal of play cost in no time, and enough to bring out Reaper, which is the key attacker of the deck. So yeah, so yeah, this is that's why like lots of people play this, as it's simple, but it is very effective. So, and that's why, and I've said to myself, like, if I was to build D Reaper, then I'll just I'll build D Reaper, and yeah, I can see why many people like it, because of that. I said it's simple but effective. But again, I must stress: do not make a 50 card deck of searches, because it won't work. You need to have the other D Reaper cards in order for the deck to actually work. How many of which card, though, is, of course, entirely up to you. Like I said, the 20 card thing for Searcher seems to be a very comfortable number, but it can be more, it can be a bit less. It depends on what you want to go with, and such and such. But yeah. And as for the all the other cards, or including Reaper, of course, with all these other cards, with how many you want to include or exclude in your deck, that's entirely up to you. But yeah, go with what you're most comfortable with. So yeah, with that, I've been rambling on for about nearly 32 minutes now on my deck profile on D Reaper. Hopefully you found it informative, and maybe this might encourage you perhaps to build D Reaper, or maybe a Digimon deck you might think would have ways of overcoming it. That'll be quite interesting. So yeah, we'll see what happens. If I ever get to play this deck, we'll see. But yeah, thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.